Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and welcome to the English News of Bình Phước Radio, television station and newspaper. I'm Hình and following other headlines as usual. Bình Phước tourism eyes foreign markets. Bình Phước provide legal support for small and medium-sized enterprises. Announcements on the respect-paying memorial and burial ceremony for Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng. Vietnam, an ideal destination for expats. Ladies and gentlemen, along with domestic markets, Bình Phước is also paying great attention to attracting international visitors. The province aims to serve about 4 million foreign tourists by 2025, making up nearly 4 to 5% of the total holiday maker.
By 2035, the province expects to welcome nearly 5 million foreign visitors, accounting for 5 to 6% of total arrivals, grossing about 8 trillion Vietnam dong in revenues. To attract more foreigners, Bình Phước plans to build model tour packages specifically designed for tourists in particular markets such as Cambodia and Laos. Through trade and business activities at industrial parks inside and outside the province, Bình Phước also targets visitors from the Republic of Korea, Japan, China, Singapore, and Malaysia. To welcome more tourists from the US, Australia, and European countries, the province will design tours visiting the war battlefields. Besides offering tourism stimulus programs, Bình Phước will focus on developing infrastructure and building local, inter-regional, and international routes to ensure sustainable tourism. The province will also build green tourism destinations, providing visitors with convenience services.
The Bình Phước Provincial People Committee had issued a plan providing legal support for local small and medium-sized enterprises in the 2024. This is one of the activities of improve the efficiency of state management on businesses and improve the provincial competitiveness index PCI in 2024.
The Provincial People's Committee has assigned the Department of Justice to coordinate with other departments and people's committees at the grassroots level to implement some key tasks in the coming time. They include strengthening the building and maintaining the revision, update, and utilization of data and database on legal documents to handle cases. Consulting the Provincial People's Committee to promulgate coordination regulations in legal support for small and medium-sized enterprises. The province will also hold legal consultation activities, including dialogues to ease business concerns.
Along with national tourist programs on new rural building and socio-economic development, the policy credit capital from the program on reducing 1,000 poor ethnic minority households has contributed to changing the lives of people across Bình Phước province.
Implementing the program on reducing 1,000 poor ethnic minority households in 2019-2023, the Bình Phước Provincial Bank for Social Policies has offered loans worth nearly 148 billion Vietnam dong or $5.8 million for over 3,120 poor families. On average, each is eligible to borrow over 47 million Vietnam dong to do business. This has enabled local households to escape from poverty and proactively develop production and business. Particularly in some districts like Bù Đăng and Bù Gia Mập, the capital has contributed to limiting high-interest loans.
Ladies and gentlemen, the funeral of General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam Central Committee Nguyễn Phú Trọng will be organized in the National Mourning Etiquette. He will be laid in the stake at the National Funeral Hall, number 5 Trần Thánh Tông Street in Hanoi City. The respect-paying ceremony will take place from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on July 25th. And from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. on July 26 at the National Funeral Hall, number 5 Trần Thánh Tông Street in Hanoi City. The memorial service will be held at 1 p.m. on July 26 at the National Funeral Hall, number 5 Trần Thánh Tông Street in Hanoi City. The burial ceremony will take place from 3 p.m. on the same day at Nhật Cemetery, Hanoi City. At the same time, the respect-paying and memorial ceremony for Comrade Nguyễn Phú Trọng will also be held at the Thống Nhất Hall in Ho Chi Minh City and at his native land in Đông Hội Commune, Đông Anh District, Hanoi City. The Vietnam televisions and radio The Voice of Vietnam will broadcast live the ceremony in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. During the two-day national mourning on July 25th to 26th, national flag will be flown at half-mast at state office and public places, and recreation and entertainment activities suspended. The number of laborers employed in the last 6 months reached 51.4 million, increasing by 195,800 compared to the same period last year.
According to the General Statistics Office, the rate of those joining the labor force in the second quarter was reported at more than 68%. During the April-June period, the nationwide labor force aged 15 and above stood at 52.5 million. In the last quarter, the percentage of Vietnamese workers with degrees or certificates accounted for 28%, up 0.3 percentage points compared to the previous quarter and by 1.3 percentage points year-on-year. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate among the working-age population in the period remained unchanged at 2.27% compared to the same period in 2023.
Vietnamese exports to the United States, such as computer and parts, electronics, machinery and equipment, garment and footwear, have ample room to grow, according to Czech experts.
In the first half of this year, Vietnam exported about $55 billion worth of goods to the US, up 26% year-on-year, ranking first in terms of turnover growth, far surpassing other markets such as the EU, ASEAN, and the Republic of Korea. There were 8 groups of products posting an export value of over $1 billion in the period, including computers and components with a turnover exceeding $10 billion and textiles and garments with $6 billion. Others were handsets, machinery and equipment, spare parts, footwear, wood and wooden products. In 2023, Vietnam's exports to the US hit nearly $97 billion in spite of the economic recession, inflation, and people tightening their spending. With an export value of nearly $110 billion in 2022, the US became the first export market of Vietnam to reach $100 billion a year. This market maintained its position as Vietnam's largest export market in 2023.
Although apartment prices are no longer skyrocketing, this segment still records the best liquidity compared to other product segments in the real estate market.
Experts said that apartments are also the type that creates the driving force for recovery for the real estate market in the first 2 quarters of this year, especially in 2 large urban areas, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. A survey showed that apartment searches move in the same direction as price fluctuations. If calculated from October last year until now, apartment searches reached their peak around March this year and have now increased by 29% in Hanoi and 32% in Ho Chi Minh City. The private house and land segment in the past 2 quarters also recorded positive changes in both searches and transactions. The resort real estate segment continues to be gloomy and is the quietest type in the real estate market in the first half of this year. However, experts said that this segment is also starting to show certain signs of recovery.
For the 4th consecutive year, Vietnam is the most adorable country in the world for expats, ranking first out of 53 destinations when it comes to personal finances.
According to a 2024 Internation study, Vietnam came in 40th place for quality of life, 29th place for expat essentials such as digital life, housing and language, and ranked 14th for working abroad. Out of surveyed expats living in Vietnam, 86% rated its cost of living favorably. In addition, 68% of respondents said their disposable household income is more than enough to lead a comfortable life, compared to 41% globally, the survey showed. In addition, general job satisfaction is also very high among expats in the country. Vietnam jumped from 24th rank last year to 3rd in 2024 for this factor. Generally, work-life balance trumps career advancement in Vietnam, according to the report. Notably, less than half of the country's expat population works full-time, compared to the global average of 57%. About 1 in 5 expats works part-time, and about 18% of expats are retired.
That were the 10 minutes of BPTV News. To watch this news again, you can download our mobile app BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thank you for staying with us and see you next time.